Are you ready for this, Cory? No. Welcome to today's video. It is chat time with Cory and Shanna. I said it on the first try this time. Chat time with Cory and Shanna. Remember how last time I kept saying chat time?
More like chat time with Shanna and Cory.
Yes. Wait, what?
You said Cory and Shanna. I said Shanna and Cory.
It's the same.
Sure.
It's chat time with Cory and Shanna. And we are gonna be, you know, spilling the beans today.
Lots of
tea.
Lots of juicy questions.
So
and they all happen to be about Brock and Kesley.
A lot of them happen to be about Brock and Kesley.
Not one question about us.
No, there are a few for us, but a lot of them are about Brock and Kesley. We've been planning a ton of things for the wedding, and so we have been super duper busy with all of that. But it's coming together, and we are so excited.
It's coming, and it's coming quick.
Yes. The first question is, do you guys like Brock? Of course we do. You know what? We love him. We've known Brock since he was like 13 years old. We're just proud of him.
He's got a good head on his shoulders.
Yeah.
He's determined.
Yeah.
You know, and
he's got a good work ethic.
He's grown up in a very entrepreneurial family, and so it
very business minded.
It comes very natural for him, and it's fun to kind of watch his brain work.
We absolutely adore him. I mean, we have loved it. Rhett loves it. I'm just so glad that Rhett has a brother, if you want to, you know, an older brother finally that he can like hang out with now since Logan passed away. It's so nice. And I know Rhett is so excited about that. And to think that Rhett will eventually have another, you know, 2 more brothers added at some point when Reese and Perri get married one day. So Rhett will eventually have 3 brothers. Are Brock and Kesley planning on renting or owning a home?
That's a discussion we've been having a lot of.
Yes. Yeah. They're going to be doing a lot of adulting here soon. And it's coming fast. It's actually been a bit entertaining to watch the adulting start to happen.
Because we've been there and done that. So we know it can be stressful. We know there's a lot of anxiety with it.
We're not sure which direction they're going to go. We would like them to rent, and the reason for that is we don't know where they're going to be in a year. I feel like a lot can change, and so renting has its perks, and that is actually where Built Rewards comes in today. They are actually the sponsor of our video. So if you're not familiar with Built Rewards, it is actually a loyalty program that helps you earn points toward paying rent, which is so cool. So you can actually use all of like that money that you've earned, like your point money, you can use it on things like Amazon. More Amazon.
Lyft rides. More Amazon.
Fitness classes. Vacations, traveling.
Hotels, flights.
Yes.
Cruises.
Yes.
Virgin voyages.
And even put some of that money toward future rent.
Rent is one of the biggest expenses that a lot of people have every month.
Yes.
And so paying that rent every month can be stressful.
Yes.
And to know that you can get some sort of loyalty rewards back from it, that helps a lot.
Yes, it makes it a lot less painful for sure.
The points guy has actually ranked it the #1 point currency. And so there's a lot of really good information out there that I would highly recommend reading up about.
Yes. And if you guys want more information about Built Rewards, you can click the link down below in our description box, or you can use our QR code here. Just make sure you click on my link or use my QR code to let them know that we sent you.
So the answer to that question was?
We're not sure. Did Kesley suspect anything beforehand? She did. They talked about it.
I hope a decision that's this big in your life is talked about before it happens.
Yeah. When Kesley went for her mission, she was with us for a month. And then when Brock got back, she went and stayed with him for 3 weeks. And so while they were out there in Tennessee, she called me and she's like, we want to get married. And I'm like, okay. I wouldn't say I was shocked.
Well, and we kind of asked him, like, so is this a discussion you guys have been having?
Yeah. When she got home from her mission, she's like, I just don't know. Like, I need to see him. Like, what if we both have changed? What if we don't? You know, all these things that can come up. I mean, they weren't together for a long time. So
we told her, we said, just take your time, and as soon as you know, you'll know.
But like, we've known they wanted to get married since like late July. I wouldn't say it was a surprise to her. She did kind of know, obviously, ahead of time that it was coming.
Yeah.
And as you guys know, Kesley did go and pick out a ring. And I picked out my wedding ring too. I don't know if that's just a rare thing, but like, Cory wanted to make sure I loved my ring. Kesley went and picked one that she liked. I think she actually picked 2 different styles, and then Brock picked which one he wanted to surprise her with.
She actually knew the week it was going to happen. They were going on dates every night of the week.
Every single night.
So they went on a date Monday, they went on a date Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And every single night, he had something really fun and exciting for him to do. Funny thing was, he carried the ring
in his pocket
every single day. She knew it was there.
Yeah.
She just didn't know when
it was gonna happen.
Like
when it was officially gonna be.
She didn't know. And it was funny because every night he's like, okay, wear your best outfit tonight. Yeah. So every single night she's like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to wear. Mom, what is it tonight? Is it?
He did tell us what night it was going to be, but I just, you know, obviously don't want to spoil that surprise. I'd always try to help her find like the best outfits. Anyway.
So there have been a lot of comments and questions about, did she know? And a lot of people expressing that, like, why did she know, you know, her engagement and stuff like that? Well, she didn't know.
I kind of had an idea with you too. Well, I wasn't sure.
How wouldn't you? I took you on a whole discovery, and then we went and did this huge tour, and we had all these fun activities. I mean, it was only naturally leading up to
it was. And I mean, like,
and then all of a sudden we show up and Cafe Rio is sitting there waiting for us, catered for us. I took her on a scavenger hunt, and we were up at a relative who's got a whole bunch of property in a farm that we went up to, and I took her on a scavenger hunt around his property, and I actually had my sister set it all up. So she went through and she set up this whole scavenger hunt for us, and then we went through, like, we started out, they have a pond, and we started out going in this canoe. So we were riding around in the canoe, and then we got up there and there was there just happened to be a four-wheeler sitting there. So we jump on the four-wheeler, we go up, and while we're going on the scavenger hunt, there's some roses that just appeared on the side of the road. And then we get to the top of the mountain, and there's some golf clubs just sitting there with a bucket of golf balls, and we hit it off the top of the mountain.
I wish we would have had our engagement filmed. Like, that would have been so cool to like look back on our engagement and have had that documented. I mean,
because it only exists in our heads.
Yeah, and you forget some details. Like, sometimes I'm like, do you remember you did this? And he's like, I did. I'm like, yes. Even him coming to ask me to marry him, I would have loved to have seen that, like, had that on film. That would have been so cute, because he doesn't cry very often, you guys, but he cried.
Well, see, and I don't know if I would have wanted to be on camera.
He brought me in a huge box, and it kept getting smaller and smaller and smaller.
That's like the biggest decision of your life.
It is. Did Kesley want friends and family around when she got engaged? And she didn't.
I think you guys need to know, there's a lot about Kesley that's very private. So when she got engaged, she's like, I want this to be private for us.
Yeah, I want it to be private. I just want a photographer there. She's like, I don't mind if Boston's there, like, filming.
Well, of course, Boston had to be there. Yeah. You can't kick the twin out. That's one thing I think is really neat with their relationship is Kesley absolutely loves Boston.
Loves him. He's such a good kid.
Like, the three of them are all just best friends.
You know what? I love Boston.
And anytime, like, they came to Sunday dinner last week, and she invited Boston. She's like, I want Boston to come with us and eat, because he didn't have anywhere to go eat. So let's bring Boston up.
Boston can have Sunday dinner
we go do all these activities. It's like, we want Boston to come. You know, so it's awesome. They have an awesome relationship.
Boston is just like such a little chatterbox. Like, I love him so much. He comes in and he just comes into our kitchen and sits down with us.
Kesley and Brock had to leave for a little bit, and Boston came and made our dinner with us.
He's like, can I help you guys with me? I'm like, sure. You want to roll out we're making cinnamon balls things, and he's like,
I had him do the dessert.
And I'm like, do you want to help us with the dessert? He's like, oh my gosh, sure. Like, so he came and started helping. He's just totally chatting with us. Like, I love that he feels comfortable around us too. We love Brock and
to be honest, having Boston there, it feels like Brock's there.
Yeah.
Between the two of them, because they're both so easy to talk to, and they're both so easy to get along with.
Did Brock talk to Cory? He did, actually.
Did we have the discussion?
We did.
We did.
Brock
was it
to Cory.
filmed? No.
It was not filmed.
That's the other question that leads up. Why didn't you film? Because we filmed Reese and Perri and Rhett, but we didn't film my conversation with him, because I felt, and he did too, he didn't want to film it.
It was very private.
Asking me versus Reese, Perri, and Rhett was
different.
A whole different ball game.
Right.
So we sat down and we had an awesome discussion.
I know, and I'm sure we can tell you a few of things that they talked about. Obviously, we won't go into too many specifics of like Brock's responses, because that's not for us to share, but we can kind of tell you what Cory had said to him.
I had a few key things that I needed to talk to him about. Education was first. What do you plan to do for schooling and education? And we talked about finances a little bit, and how important it is that if they're going to get married, that they start building like an emergency funds, and they get all their LLCs and accounts all set up and for them and everything. And I even helped discuss a little bit how he would go about that. And then the biggest thing for me was the education. So what do you plan to do?
You know, this is something my dad said to you too. When we got married, my parents said to us, they said, education, education, education. You guys need to make sure you get your education. I know you're gonna get married, but you need to make sure you have something to fall back on. Shanna, if something happens to Cory, you need to have something to fall back on. Yep. And vice versa. You know, you need to have something. So Cory went to school and he got his degree in aviation. Yep. And so he, you know, he's got that. And then obviously, like, I started in the nursing program, but then I did have a baby. I had Kesley. My biggest regret to this day, and I've told Kesley this, is that I didn't finish my nursing degree. I'm thinking of maybe going back and finishing it. My dad's a doctor, my brother-in-law's a doctor, my sisters are nurses, and I did photography, I did fitness classes, and I did cosmetology. Those were my things. I had a skill at least to fall back on.
You want to open up maybe your own salon.
Yeah, my salon or a beauty
You would love to
school.
do something like that. So.
Something like that would be really cool. But like I said, I still have that regret of not getting my nursing degree. And there's just something about it that I just want it. I did. I worked
in the radiology.
I did. I worked in the radiology department. I loved it so much. I was actually my dad's nurse for a few years when we first got married. I was able to work for my dad as his nurse, which was so fun. I had so much like experience, and I'm like, I want to do it. Like, I want to have my degree. You know. You
have to understand Shanna's personality. She loves to just kind of go, go, go. She loves to learn. And so she has a lot of her own traits that she's learned. On her own, and she didn't necessarily have to get a degree to do most of that.
And we've told all of our kids this: if you don't want to do school at college, sure, you can make money other ways, but you know, you want to have a skill. So whether it's trade school or something like that, you have to have something, or you're going to be doing a job that you don't love for the rest of your life.
Well, you'll regret it.
Yeah.
So
I'm proof of that.
I look back at things that I did and didn't do, and there's a few things I regret. You same thing for you.
Something we've tried to stress to Brock and Kesley about having something to, you know, because you guys, let's be honest, social media isn't forever. We know that. It is not forever. I wouldn't mind when my kids move out, like, and they're all gone and married, to go and work 3 nights a week and doing a hospital shift or something like that. Like, I would love that.
Yeah, we talked education, we talked finances. It was just about life and about being a husband and being a father, and you know, what he plans to do to help Kesley out with her education, and we had a lot of discussions just about what it's like being married. Brock knows that, I mean, I told him, I said, communication's key. So if there's ever anything that's going on in your life, you can't hide it. So Kesley is there. You and Kesley need to have communication where you know what each other's doing. There's just has to be that communication. Don't be hiding anything. There's nothing that you're going to experience that we haven't already experienced, so you can talk to us about anything.
As Cory was just saying about how we probably experience the same things that our kids will experience one day, the reason I'm going there is because I feel like that's something we've really emphasized with our kids today, is that, like, we know our kids are going to make mistakes. In fact, they have, and I'm super grateful that they have never felt like they couldn't come and talk to us about it.
Well, every one of our kids, you know, Kesley, Rhett, Reese, and Perri, everyone, we've had conversations with them up until the early hours.
My parents were always kind of there for me, and I don't know, I loved that. I feel like that was something I wanted to do and be that kind of way for my kids.
Your parents have always been that way.
Yeah.
You can talk to your parents about anything.
Yeah.
I never really experienced that growing up.
Just this last year, Rhett has really opened up to us a lot. Even he said, he's like, I feel like I've done my most growth, his most change in this last year. I see it too. He'll come to us to talk to, you know, us, ask us questions, ask us for advice. It means a lot to us. When we think he wasn't listening, he was. We're like, wow, he actually listened. He heard us say that. I personally do feel like life experience is what shapes you to the person that you are. And I experienced a lot of things, and although I want to teach my kids, like, don't do that, I did this, I did that, and it was the worst experience ever. I could tell my kids that till I'm blue in the face. But until your kids experience it for themselves, I don't feel like they can learn until they experience it for themselves, you know?
And a lot of times they won't.
Now that Reese is 16, is she going to get her Bronco? She would love it, you guys.
She's dying for it.
She's not quite there.
We made a deal.
We made a deal. And we said, you earn half, we'll pay the other half.
Same deal with all the kids.
And she's not quite there yet. Are Brock and Kesley going to live here? I don't know.
That's part of the discussion.
Yeah, we don't know where they're gonna live.
Mike still's living in Tennessee. Kesley loves Montana.
Yeah, she does. It's funny.
Families in Utah.
Brock was looking at property the other day in Montana. And so I'm like, gosh, we don't know where they're gonna end up.
They've looked everywhere.
They've looked everywhere. We don't know where they're gonna end up. Cory and Shanna, how do you maintain a intimacy and connection over time, like being married so many years?
Fridays, we try to book times for dates on Fridays.
Yeah.
And sometimes that includes doing things, not just going out. Sometimes it's just staying in. I mean, sometimes I'm fine with just
staying in.
So, she loves to stay in, you guys. In fact, to get her up to go out is more of a task than just say, hey, let's order in.
No,
let's order in. We've got our series we're watching. Let's go watch a few episodes.
But listen, he also knows that if he takes me to a movie past 4 p.m., I will fall asleep.
No, it's not past 4 p.m. It's any movie, anytime. Yes, it is. So to answer that question, I'll be honest, a lot of times we enjoy staying in.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's my personal favorite, is just getting like takeout and then just staying in sweats.
Lately, our Friday nights or our Saturdays have involved college football nights.
Yeah, and Friday nights have been high school football. We've been at the football games every Friday night, watching Reese and Perri cheer.
The girls are cheering, so
that's been
right now. Those are our date nights.
Mm-hmm. Do we have any future vacations planned? For sure, one with Brock and Kesley and the kids, like Rhett, Reese, and Perri.
Yep. And
then possibly two.
We've got a couple like weekends where we're going out of town for a couple. You know,
yeah, those ones are
short trips that we're doing.
But like,
we're kind of taking a break. We traveled so much with the All-Star cheer that it's actually kind of nice. Just
actually, that was a question on here. Someone did ask us if we miss All-Star, or will we go back? I don't know.
If you were to ask Perri, she'd say yes. If you were to ask Reese, she'd say no.
Well,
Reese
kind of says yes.
Reese loves the high school cheer. She loves the social aspect of it, and she, gets along. She has so many friends that she's hanging out with, and she's at that age right now where they love doing like the homecoming dances, and they're so she's been getting asked to go to other high school dances, so it's like every other weekend she's going to dances.
And she's meeting kids from other schools all the time. Like, we're like, where are you going tonight? She goes, oh, I met some kids from Logan. Like, it's like an hour and a half from here. And then she's like, oh, we met some kids down in Spanish Fork, and that's like another hour from here. And then, oh, we met some kids over in like Saratoga Springs. That's 45 minutes from here. I mean, like, she and her friends, I don't know how these people meet.
She's a social bug.
She is a social bug. So she really does enjoy the high school cheer.
She's not home most of the time. She's gone all the time.
She is. She's gone quite a bit. Perri likes to be challenged. She wants to fly, like really fly again.
At first, Perri didn't think she would like high school.
She does like it though.
But now that some of the friends and some of the other girls that she's flying with and stuff, she hangs out.
It's actually been the best decision as parents, I think, for them to take the year off of All-Star, because it has given them that high school experience, and I truly do feel like Perri has gotten some really good friends on that team.
And they're more involved in school now. One
more thing about Perri is that, since she started, she doesn't call me on A days from school, but she does call me B days, because those are the boring classes. She doesn't have a lot of classes with her friends those days, so she's like, I just want to come home. But hey, I'll take it as a compliment, the fact that she wants to come home. I'll never say never for returning back to All-Star, let's just say it that way. We just don't know. I will say that I do love the high school though, even as a parent. I love a little bit more of the freedom that it allows.
It's different. The competition's not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same. They're not being challenged in that same way, but it's so good for them. What is Rhett's plans when he's 18? So Rhett does turn 18 next month. In fact, I asked him, like, what are your plans? He's like, I don't know. So he was going to do all of his classes and graduate in December. Then he decided to space them out, because he really could have been done in December. Yeah. He could have just done all 4 classes.
He's got most of his credits done, so he doesn't even have to do full school right now.
Yeah, he's not even in full school right now, so he's like...
He's enjoying his senior year.
It's a very relaxed senior year, which has been so fun. So I don't know what his plans are, whether he goes to college,
he's got options. He's trying to figure out.
Yeah, so we're just here to support.
He's been meeting, like they have colleges come to the high school that he's been meeting with a few colleges there to kind of drive interest, to see what he's interested in. I took him on a flight. We went flying. Then I took him in to see if that would interest him. He's talking about being an orthodontist. He's talked to both Kesley and Brock about the missions that they serve too. So that's an option as well.
We don't know. We honestly don't know which direction he'll go with that either.
We'll let him decide.
So we'll let him decide on all that. Are we going to be staying here in this house? I think we'll stay in this house until at least Perri graduates. And then maybe, I mean, I don't know. Maybe we'll stay here for... No. I wouldn't... I don't know. This house is almost going to be too big.
There's been sides of us that have kind of said, well, maybe we should go...
Get a farm.
Get a farm.
I will say this. We will stay in this house until Perri graduates high school. We're so glad you guys got to hang out with us today, and we answered some fun questions. I know everyone was curious on if Brock talked to Cory, and yes. Yep,
we had a really good conversation. So yeah, Brock was really cool.
Yeah.
He came up to me. He's like, Cory, we need to talk. And I was expecting it. I was just waiting for it. Yeah. So he took me to lunch. And then with him taking out the kids as well, I thought that was cool. Like he offered. He's like, sweet. He's like, I want to take Rhett out. He's gonna be my bro.
I know. I thought that was so chat. Sweet.
I want to get his permission. I want to ask Reese and Perri, get their permission. So this was all his idea. I thought it was neat.
It was really sweet. Okay, you guys, thank you for watching our video, and we will see you in our next one. Thanks, you guys.
See you guys.
Bye.